Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another by request song tutorial. I have a little extra time this week, so I thought I'd share with you Elvis Presley's 1961 classic, Can't Help Falling in Love. I'm going to break down the intro, the verse, and the chorus while sharing some of the fingerpicking and strumming options as we go. I got all the tabs available at patreon.com/swiftlessons, where supporters can find a ton of extra perks. And if you have a song that you would like for me to teach, you can click through the link in the description and put in your request today. Now, let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. Okay, close look at the fretboard and also my right hand. We have a capo here on the 2nd fret, and we're in standard tuning. This puts us in Elvis's original key of D. But if you're going after the Haley Reinhardt version, which is very popular right now, you would ditch the capo, and if you're a female vocalist, sing in the upper octave. But we're going to be doing the Elvis version while mixing in some of the aspects that I really liked from Haley's version and a few tricks of my own. The chords we're going to be needing for our intro section: a C major, a G major, and we're going to play a C again, but with our pinky here on the 3rd fret relative to the capo on the high E string. Alright, that intro is going to sound like this. Okay, so that was a basic arpeggio on the C major chord. A string, D string, G string, B string, G string, D string. Thumb, thumb, pointer, middle, pointer, thumb. We're going to do the same exact pattern over G major, but the thumb has to follow the root. So same thing, thumb goes to the low E string this time, then the D string, pointer finger on the G, B string on the B, and then turn back. Okay, so far you have C, G. Now go back to the C major chord. Alright, next we're going to play. That was high E string, B string, G string with the ring, middle, and pointer. Then do the same exact picking pattern but with the pinky on the 3rd fret high E string. That would sound like this. Beautiful sound. Okay, you put all that together, we have C, G, back to C, E, B, G, E, B, G. And now you're ready to move into the verse. Okay, moving into our verse section, we're going to have a C major chord, followed by an E minor, an A minor, an A minor with the G and the bass, an F, a C, and borrowing from Haley's version, a G sus 4 to a regular G. It's the pointer finger down on the B string, and you open it up. Okay, that's your first line. Wise men say only fools rush in. Okay, we're going to make it that far. So what I did there is I had a basic arpeggio approach on the C major chord, just like we did in the intro. I'm going to take that picking pattern that I used earlier on G for the E minor. In fact, all of the A rooted chords are going to have the same finger picking pattern, and all of the E rooted chords are going to have basically the same pattern. So over E minor. Alright, now a little trick. I'm going to take something from the bassist on the original track. We're going to have an A minor. We're going to have 2 rounds of the pattern, but I'm going to put my pinky on the low E string. So then we end up with this. So I just used my fingerstyle technique that I'd use for the E string rooted chord as I put my pinky on the 3rd fret low E string. So over A minor, A, D, G, B, G, D. Over A minor slash G, E, D, G, B, G, D. That gets me to the F major chord because I walked down. The F chord's going to get the same exact pattern. Then I go to the C major chord. Alright, you know how to pluck that one already. And then when we get to the G major chord, we're going to throw in a little bit of my own. But first, let's play what we have so far. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was our slash G. The F major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then G sus 4. Put your pointer finger on the B string, covering up the major 3rd there. Alright, pluck it just like a regular G chord. Then I'm going to take the pointer finger off and I'm going to do 2 strings at once. That was my low E string and my B string. G string, D string, B string, G string, D string. Alright. So that's what you're going to play over that last chord of this line. One more time. Alright, really pretty. Okay, moving on to the next line. Make sure you're following along on the chord sheet available at patreon.com/swiftlessons again. We're going to an F major chord for this, to the G, to an A minor. Okay. Now, a lot of versions go to an F major chord next, but I'm going to actually go for a D minor. I can't resist, it sounds too good. Okay, falling in. We'll go back to the C chord. Love with G, you and resolve on C, where we are going to reprise a piece of our intro. Okay, so F major chord, but over can't we have G, A minor, hell, a strum of D minor, falling in C major chord, love with G, and now on the C chord we're going to play the last part of our intro, you. Alright, remember that? And that is how we play all the verses, okay? Mixing together some of Elvis's and Haley's approach, and a little bit of my own fingerstyle technique, emulating what the piano did on Elvis's track. Okay, so a couple of little things. We know already that we swapped out an F chord for a D minor. That's my personal taste. You don't have to do it that way. You can play the F chord over Fallen if you like. The other thing that I like to do is sometimes take the D minor chord and play it what I like to call Neil Young style. Alright, that's when I take these two fingers here and bring them up to the 5th and 6th fret relative to the capo. I just love the way that sounds. But I can't help falling, beautiful, in love with okay, if you can do that, you have your intro and your verse. All you need is one more section, your chorus, and we're going to strum that part. Okay, moving on to our final section, the chorus. We're going to need an E minor chord, a B dominant 7, and you're going to run through that change 3 times, counting in 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Darling, so it goes. Then the E minor comes back. Some things the A7 are meant to, and D minor, whatever variety you like, be. And a G major chord. Though, if you're like me, I personally like a G7 to come in right after that, just to add a little tension to get us back to our verse. Okay, now my right hand, I'm just strumming very lightly using the pad of my thumb, though sometimes I like to throw in my fingernails too. I usually start off with a lush downstroke. Down, 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 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you can do it like that. Or you could also finger pick through this entire section as we did our verse. That would be like this. You don't even need the pinky for that B7, by the way. Darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to. Okay, now for the D minor chord. Alright, D, G, B, E, B, G. And then the G chord. And I'd still strum the G7 chord to get us back to the verse. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons. I really hope you're enjoying the extra perks. I got many more lessons coming up, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia saying happy picking.